old campaign by Vladimir, but updated to be as updated as the other campaigns and without the merchant script to speed it up. And the leaders are men, so I decided to use the spy or thief as a general for this version of the mod, so that they are not women on the map. But any generic general is using the female coronal guard model. I will probably make a male coronal guard later for the male generals, but for now I use this one just so that they are men. The leaders here, we can see they are men, but the generic generals are still using the female model. I went for females with elves because they have a lot of female units, and most of the captains generals on the map are men. So I did some exceptions for the elves. Okay, so we have Lord Raylan, Heir of Cormanthyr here. Also, most generals in this game, all the ones for the factions, have lots of retinue and auxiliaries and stuff, traits, and even the minor faction generals that start in quite a few of the rebel areas have their own auxiliaries and retinues and traits and stuff. So it's very good in that sense. So when you kill an enemy rebel general, you get his auxiliaries. If he has a unique sword, for example, you get that sword with your general. And if you have two generals, you can move, for example, the arms mayor of Cormanthor. Maybe not this one, it's the title of the general, but you can move, for example, the light armor or a sword, etc. You can move them to other generals of your choice, and so they get better traits and stuff. You can also earn new traits through winning battles and such. So we have Evereska here, it's a metropolis, and Cormanthor, unlike many of the other factions, I believe the Kingdom of Aglarond, the Elves of Cormanthyr, and the Kingdom of Damara, which also means the Kingdom of Imputer, because they share units, they have a lot of their cards. For example, the Elves and Aglarond, they have all their cards except for the mercenaries and the two dismounted units. I added two dismounted units for both. For the Elves, I believe I added a dismounted Unicorn Rider unit and a dismounted Moon Rider unit, and none of them have cards, but all the other units in the roster have cards. The mercenaries do not have it, because they are shared with other factions. And then the King of Aglarond, I believe the dismounted Knights of Aglarond and the dismounted Urewood Riders, they do not have cards neither, but any other unit in the roster do have it except the mercenaries. And for the Mara, I believe the militia has cards, and some of their medium units have cards, and some of their elites have cards. But half the roster do not have it, and because the roster was divided between Imputer and the Mara, that means that both of them have cards, but not all of their units have cards. Okay, so we have the basic spearmen. By the way, I added in the latest update from, I believe, December 31st, 2025, I added free upkeep to all the militia units, including the Aquilon spears, so that when you have them in a city, the city becomes more loyal. You don't have to pay for them in the city, and they are good for keeping the morale and the population order. Before I added free upkeep, they didn't have the same good effect on the city. I realized with some of the other factions that the militia was very good at keeping the order in the city, so I added it to any militia unit that didn't have it. So now the basic units have free upkeep, like the Aquilon spears. The reason we have a little card here is because we had lost the cards. There were unit cards and there were unit info cards, but on the preview picture, Vladimir had included the unit card in the corner here. So the only way I could get the unit info card was by using the cards from Mother B or making new ones. And I decided to use the ones from Mother B. It worked fine using the little card in the corner here. You see we have the cards here. I just took this part and then I removed the background, recreating the units. But for the unit info card it was more difficult because we didn't have this part of the unit info card. So that's why they look like this. They would either need to be remade, or we had to have them like this. The thing is that Vladavid or Warcraft Hero both had made cards in 2021 for Aglarond, Cormanthor and Damara, and Vladavid had a more up-to-date version of the mod called version 0.3, which included some new models by him, including half-orcs, hobgoblins, I believe it was hobgoblins, yeah, and some other units, and he had the cards. He had fixed the costs of the mod and made the economy better and such, and that version, I believe that it got deleted when he decided to cancel the mod in late 2021 because he didn't have time for it, and there were no other people that wanted to help, so, or had time. I believe as a band was still making models, but no one wanted to do the coding and all the other stuff, you know, fix the unit cards, the banners, the put the units in the game, etc. He was alone with all that and the strat models and such, so he decided to cancel it, and when he did that he did the mistake of deleting the build that he had, so we lost those hobgoblins and we lost the cards and such. But fortunately he had pictures of the cards on ModDB and of the banners of the elves and the Mara, so I could still use those pictures to recreate the unit cards. But sadly we had this little issue with the unit info cards, that we had the smaller card in the corner, but without this card it would have been more difficult to recreate these cards. But yeah, it looks kinda weird, but originally I believe this card wouldn't have been here. Instead you would have had a proper like unit info card. But yeah, we lost the cards, and instead of making new ones I recreated them using the pictures from ModDB. That's why we ended up with these. Okay, so Aquilon Spears, the basic spearmen. Then we have the Swords of Evereska. This is an elite unit. They are unique to the area of Evereska. They are capital. They cannot be recruited anywhere else. We have the Veil Guard and Faerun High Mages. They're mid-tier mage. And in this army we have the Faerun Lesser Mages. They are even worse. They're their lowest mage. We have more of the Swords of Evereska and the Veil Guard and the Aquilon Spears. And we have Corona of Erlan, Corona of Cormanthyr, the leader, speaker among the trees with Corellon's voice and bidding. The Coronal is the Elven High Monarch, +3 authority, +3 farming income, +2 security, +1 command. Faction leader. Okay, we have lots of stuff. So if he is killed by an enemy, the enemy gets his stuff, and can also give his stuff to others. I believe most of it anyway. So we have the army here. We have no money here. We have all the factions start with 100 on the first turn. We can't recruit or build anything on the first turn. You can see here that we have spy, the diplomat. We have still remnants of the Third Age mod. I believe this mod was originally based on Third Age of War. It's from 2011. And I believe the map was originally a Third Age map, then we made it into a Faerun map. And we have some art for the agents, for the elves, the dwarves, and the orcs that are from Third Age. Of course, I replaced the unit cards, but we didn't have any unit info cards. On the other hand, this faction did have that. You could have used the same ones as for the units. For example, this could be the diplomat unit info card, and this one the spy, even though we used the green one for the spy and not this one. But anyway, it wasn't done because it's a VIP. But yeah, we have some remnant Third Age cards here for some of the agents, and we can see most of the units of this faction have unit cards. We have the Aquilon Spears, the Aquilon Swords, basic swordsman, both of them are like mid-tier troops of other factions. We have the Swords of Evereska, unique to this settlement. We have the Land Protectors, Elite Archers. We have the Faerun, Lesser Mages, Coronal Guards, the Elite Mages, the best ones. They're also used as the Board Guard faction. We have the Faerun Mages, the mid-tier Mage. We have the Aquilan Mounted Archers. We have the Aquilan Archers, the Veil Guard, the Moon Cavalry, and the Unicorn Riders. Then we have the Dismounted Unicorn Riders, which is an extra unit that they added, and the Dismounted Moon Cavalry, which is an extra unit. We might have to remove all the extra units later to open up slots for new units, as we are, I believe in this version, we have reached the 500 limit, and as we are not using the M23 EOP tool, and because it's difficult to use it, because it requires knowledge in the new Lua coding system that I don't know, and as a Barnacle doesn't know, and Krall or Banty doesn't know, so currently we can't use it, and we have reached the limit, but we still have like at least 10 ships we can remove. We have about 6 siege engines we could remove, and we have lots of extra units that I added that we could remove, including these two. So essentially we could easily have 30 additional units, maybe 40 if we're lucky, but at least 32. And I believe there have been like at least 6 additional units created. The Elter Guard, I believe, no, Elturial mercenaries, and the Shadovar mercenaries, 1 unit of Shadovar mercenaries, I believe the Sirocco Shadovar mercenary unit, and then there are the 6 units of Elturial mercenaries that have been made, but they weren't rigged, so they didn't make it into the beta, but whenever I get the models I will update the mod and re-upload. So there are more units coming, at least 7 or 6 to 7 new units are confirmed. Then of course Barnacle has plans to do more. He said in December or November that he had made a lot of Zhentarim units too that I haven't seen any pictures of, but he said there were quite a few of them. There were many. So we have the Shadovar unit, and then we have the 6 or 7 Elturial units, and then we have a bunch of Zhentarim units coming too. So we have at least, I believe, up maybe to 15 new units coming. And then he said he wanted to do Drow Rebels, but if we're gonna do the faction, we might need even more units. So we'll see. And we have about 32 unit slots, but he also had all their monsters and such that we still haven't done. For example, the Kingdom of Many Arrows, the Orcs, was supposed to have hobgoblins as mercenaries and frost giants, and then we also like trolls. There are a bunch of different trolls, and in 2014 Barnacle had made models for the trolls, for the frost giants, and Ladrid made in 2020 he made hobgoblins. So all of them had been made at some point, but I know that the hobgoblins were lost when we lost the build that Ladrid had, but the frost giants and the trolls, etc., they still exist, but they were never rigged. And the models are so old that I know that Barnacle would want to remake them with better quality models. But yeah, they are still supposed to be added. So you'll see, there are still a bunch of mercenaries to add, and then we have the Drow as well, and they will certainly be rebels and mercenaries. All the mercenaries are rebels essentially, but we'll see if there is enough room to add the faction. I would want the Dark Elf faction, the Drow. We'll see. But if they were added, they would be seated here, Alderman Court. This would be their capital. Instead we have a bunch of monsters here in this version, but here is where the Dark Elves would start. A metropolis. Then this area would be in danger. Yeah, they have a metropolis there, but no troops. Yeah, if the Dark Elves started here, they would probably conquer the forest from the Elves. But the main Elven seat is over here, so they wouldn't be destroyed. But they would probably lose Cormanthor to the Drow. Okay, as we can see, we have a metropolis here. Semberholm, actually. Not the Sembra, but Semberholm. We can't recruit anything on the first turn. Then we have this area, the town of tangled trees. We have Sembra here, but it's held by minor factions. Okay, then we have a fort here, Cormanthor settlement, Vale of Lost Voices fort. We have no troops there. You can see the blue text. It's because the Kingdom of Cormyr was used for their names, for the agents. So they have the same color as Cormyr, the fort names. It's not held by Cormyr, but it allows them to see the areas because they the names are agents of the faction. And while the AI cannot move the names, the player could by going into row list scroll, then going to agents, and here would all the princesses would be here. It would be weird. So we have 3 areas: Evereska, Tangled Trees, and Semberholm. We have 2 leaders: Coronal Elran and Lord Raylan. Okay, and the capital city is Evereska, faction leader Coronal Elran, and the greatest general Coronal Elran as well. Generals 2, regions controlled 3, cities 3, castle 0. We have won no battles, we have lost no battles. The year is 1372 DR. Domination holds 40 regions, victory condition, including the ones we said earlier: limited factions, Kingdom of Cormyr, the Zhentarim, Republic of Sembia, Empire of the Shadovar. Auto-managed taxes only, we place this in the middle like I always do. We cannot see the balance of power on the first turn. We need to play at least one turn before that. We have a family tree. We have Coronal Elran, and he's married to Dylan, yeah, Nightwing. Okay, both are 16 years here, but in lower probably. Way older than 16. Anyway, if they are elves, they're probably thousands of years old, but 16 according to this. I don't know if that's intended. Anyway, so because the family members etc. were added already in the demo. However, the armies are new for this release. They had no armies, they had the generals, they had the regions, they had the banners on the map, and they had like vanilla bodyguards and vanilla stratmoils. The new stuff for this faction in this release is that, and they had all the routine view, the traits, everything. The new stuff is that they have the strat models on the map, they have the generals in battle, they have all their troops with cards, and the vanilla bodyguards have been replaced with their actual bodyguards. So you can say they've been made a fully playable faction. And this faction also has banners, I believe, in battle, but they are disabled in this version of the mod, I believe, because certain factions have vanilla banners still. Most of the new ones have vanilla banners. All the old ones from the 02 demo has custom banners, and I believe that Kingdom of Cormyr and the Elves of Cormanthyr have custom banners. But everyone else, I believe, of the new ones do not have it, except maybe if they were made since before. I believe that the Empire of Muller and the Ancient Egypt faction, they had banner, which I didn't know about, but I saw a picture of where Krall or Band Chieftain, one of the main modders of War of the Claw, the guy who made the new map, and rigged all the models, and his some other stuff, including the new climates. He showed a picture of with units of Mullerand, and he had banners on, and they had custom Ancient Egypt banners. So there are probably a few of the new ones with banners, but not all of them. I know that Thea Nation, for example, have the Russian banners, so it's not correct for everyone. Okay, so we cannot recruit and we cannot build anything. We could move the army I think we'll use the leader of the faction. The question is, where do we want to go? We cannot move too much each turn, because in this mod, I know that Vladovid, the creator, main creator of the mod, he wanted it to be realistic. So, for example, have a lot of revolts, etc., like in lore. So you wouldn't be able to just steamroll the entire map and conquer everything. Instead, you would, if you played, for example, the Teian Nation, you would focus on the lore accurate enemies, Mulrand, King of Aglarond, the Nation of Rashman, and Impulsor and Amara. And it would take a long time before you have defeated any of them. You would have revolts and rebelling characters and such, so you would be busy in this part of the world. You wouldn't in 20 turns be able to take all of this. Instead you would maybe after 100 turns still be fighting in this area. You would maybe have defeated Aglarond and maybe Impulsor, and maybe be in the middle of defeating the Rashman and Mulrand. So it will take longer to focus on your regional enemies, and they wanted, I believe, Vladovid and the original mothers, they wanted it to be focused on the area that they would focus on in lore. It wouldn't be realistic that they would just be able to move all over the map and take everything. In some mods, like Rules of War, for example, we have increased the movement points so that they can move very long each turn, very far each turn, because it was more fun that way. But in this mod, it was supposed to be realistic. I believe all the population sizes were realistic too, like 100,000 per city, but I changed that to decrease the revolts. I don't know if it worked. I know that it became better, but maybe not enough. You see here we have 400, 400, 400. In the demo, I believe this would have been hundreds of thousands in the metropolis, and 50,000 at least in a town. So there were a lot of people and a lot of revolts. By reducing the number, you reduced revolts. That's the idea behind the change. But originally the mod was intended to have realistic population sizes, like in lore, so you would have hundreds of thousands living in Evereska, for example. And in the same vein, it would be realistic distances on the map, so it would take forever to move, and it still does, meaning if you move here, we cannot move anymore this turn. And here we have a rebel area, including heavy gnoll warriors and orc warriors. So they have a huge army of monsters there. We do not have an entire army. We can hire lizardmen, archers, berserkers and ambushers here. So the lizardmen we added as neutral units. They were originally intended as mercenaries for the Teian Nation, the evil nation over here. We decided to make the lizardmen neutrals. They are available in lizardmen areas like this swampland here for essentially any faction in the game as mercenaries. So lizardmen are not evil, they are neutral, willing to fight for anyone that pays. Here I have a fort. It wouldn't be in the main campaign. You can see the name, Zhentarim. The forts are not settlements, they cannot actually recruit any units. Using the M2EOP tool, it's possible to add that feature to any fort. So it opens up for a lot of additional settlements in the future. You have Moonrise Hill, you have the Moontouch Oak, and many others. Alright, we can't do anything else. The areas in the Cormanthor forest are empty, and we have moved out the army. Here we have no money. Let's end the turn. Right, presented betrothed Lord Raylan and Silivren Night Meadow. I don't want to marry him. Most advanced faction, our kingdom is seen as the most advanced realm in the world. No other realm can claim to have so rich a culture, so many a wise scholar to further their people's greatness. End of turn report. The Teia nation is the overall strongest nation in the world. So we have income 4,599, financial summary, expenditure 3,543, profits 1,056, total 1,156. Balance of power, your rating, military, we are at place 23 out of, I believe we have 23 factions in the game. It might be 24 with the rebels, but 23 playable factions, and we are number 23, so the weakest faction at the start of the game. The strongest one currently militarily is the Kingdom of Many Arrows, the Orc Kingdom, and their main strength is their arrows. They have a lot of numbers, many orcs shooting arrows. Financial, we are at place 19 out of 23. We do not count the minor factions or rebels. We are the worst militarily. We are at 9. We are really weak in the beginning militarily. The elves are almost extinct in the world of Faerun, or in the world of Forgotten Realms, I mean, on the continent of Faerun. Financial, we have place 19. We are 23% of the strongest faction in military strength, only 23% of the strength of the orcs, and we are 2% of the financial power of the Emperor of Muller, and they are number 1 financially at turn 2. Production, we are number 1 actually, 100%, the Elves of Cormanthyr. We have the best production in the world, and we are number 19 in population size, 32% of the largest population, the Teia nation, which is like the evil Roman-styled empire that also has lots of monsters, orcs, gnolls, goblins, and ogres and such as mercenaries, and some regionals too, like the orcs and the gnolls are common, I believe, and the goblins, but they have mercenaries like centaurs, ogres, miners, which is like minotaurs and hill giants and such. And then we have overall the Teia nation, they are the strongest faction. Of course we will hire some mercenaries, the lizard men. So we couldn't hire all of them. Ambushers, berserkers, archers. I think we'll go for the berserkers and the archers then. And we are out of money, but here we could recruit mages. They are pretty cheap, but take 10 turns to recruit. That's how the original creators made it. So they are cheap, but they take a long to recruit. If they are too costly, I would never recruit them because they are so few. In Warcraft of the War we had that problem. So I can see why they made them so cheap. So they are actually recruited, it works, but instead they take a long time to recruit. Okay, so we have a rebel area here, Tankable castle full of monsters. Would want to invade, but not with a weak force. We need that third mercenary unit, and we need to wait. We also need to build up these areas. It was a mistake maybe to do that. Here we have troops available. Okay, then I did a mistake. We'll stop that. If we can recruit anything here to prevent revolts. No, they are too costly. That sucked. Kill learn. That sucks. They might revolt because we do not have any troops there. Here we have a minor faction area, let's take it. Took this fort. Zhentarim. Alright, we will end the turn then. We have no money. Forgot that we should have focused on getting garrisons in the forest. Otherwise it will revolt. might be too late. Some campaigns they do not revolt immediately, and others they will. So what we need to do here is obviously we need to get a spear unit. It's a garrison. Here we need a building because we do not have any troops. We go for the town watch, both for population order and for the garrisons there. And nothing has changed here in the balance of power. We have troops here, but we do not have any money to hire any new units here. We can go for the mages, they are cheaper here than in the other settlement. We'll go for the coronal guards. Then we'll end the turn again. Alright, take a while before we have the units. We could we have to check the forest and the turn report, same as before. We have a new unit in the tangled trees. That's good. Building is still constructing there. Need more units. We could go for the swords and the archers. Aquila archers. And actually maybe not. Might want that for the army here.
Ready and able.
Add that unit too. Alright, and now we can recruit. And we will go for the swordsman. Could also hire a diplomat. We have a rebel ship here, an Elven rebel ship. Alright, so here we cannot do anything right now. We are out of troops here, but I don't really want to conquer.
Ready and able.
We could check the area. Have another fort over here, Serpent's Cowl. Forts do not earn us any money or anything. It's possible to add scripts and such that will make better use of the forts. Here it's just a defensive position, we could use them to defend better.
Ready and able.
We want to take it from the rebels. We'll just end the turn now. Couldn't do anything more. Okay, we have a new structure in Samberholm. New troops, the tangled trees. Nothing new. Here we have a Merchants Council emissary. Computer neutral. I believe it's a diplomat of the Republic of Sembia. We need garrison at Samberholm before it revolts. That's what we're gonna recruit now. And we're out of money already.
Ready and able.
We can send a unit to take this fort. We have the Aquilan swords as soldiers, the females. Okay, and have more forts over here. Hard Buckler, Trio, and Sober. Some of the forts are better than others. Here we have like a village style fort. Another one there, most common. We have another one here, looks more like a old settlement. Same with this one. Sober, representing a town or city or so. I believe a town maybe.
Ready and able.
The others are villages. They have different
Ready and able.
types of forts.
We can go no further today, mon roi. Seigneur.
We want to take all the forts. Okay, the problem with settlements is that they are heavily defended, but the forts are empty. So it's better to take them. Okay, and we are out of money already, so end the turn. Alright, end of turn report. Nothing new. We have the garrison at Semberholm.
Mon roi.
We took over Serpent's Cow.
Seigneur.
Good.
Ready and able.
Then we'll send another one to Hardbuckler.
The day is
Take it
ours,
over.
Seigneur. Ready and able.
Another
Mon
one
roi.
to 3L.
The day is ours, Seigneur.
These are minor settlements. Elturel. Yeah, it was like Elturel. Mercenaries that I believe there are 6 or so Elturel mercenaries that have been made that I have previewed on ModDB already back in, I believe, middle of October or November, so I think October. On October 15, 2025, I believe. They weren't rigged, so they will come in the next update. Bunch of mercenaries in this area. So extra mercenaries.
Ready and able.
Okay, and we can send another one over there.
Ours, Seigneur.
This is a better fort.
Mon roi.
These are rebel areas with large garrisons.
Ready and able. Ready and able.
Okay.
Mon roi. Our men are exhausted.
Take Hill's Edge to another fort over there. We are getting weaker. Like this, we move into that fort with the army. Here we have a Valyrian settlement. Baldur's Gate Fort. Trollclaw Ford. Elturel there, a large city. And Scornable, a large city. Held by rebels. I believe Baldur's Gate is down here. Okay.
Orders.
Okay, and it's more important to build up this area, I believe. Diplomats, we will go for another spear unit there. We are already out of money. 112. We'll go for another one of the mages. And we have the turn. I played it differently this time around. I didn't go straight for the forest with the army because I feel like the AI will be busy fighting the rebels for a while. Candidate for adoption, Elitfiel, Summer Stars, loyalty only 1 star. That's bad, but we do not have rebelling characters. It doesn't matter too much here. I think we could essentially go with another general. Still it is Seas, the Wars of Delzone and the Kingdom of Many Arrows. Recruitment completed. Aquilon Spears. End of turn report. Teian Nation is now the militarily strongest faction instead of the Many Arrows Orcs. Otherwise the same as before. We'll take Hill's Edge.
Is ours, Seigneur. This land is yours, mon roi.
Yeah, I think it's more fun as the player, especially in a hot seat, but also in single player to have all the forts. The world becomes much larger with all the forts, but the AI will be more defensive when you have a lot of forts. So if you want the AI to be more expansive and less turtle, to turtle less, then it's better to play the other one without the forts. But if you don't mind the AI being more defensive, then you can play this campaign. You don't want to attack Baldur's Gate if you don't have to. I would like to take areas from the rebels, but we do not have a strong enough army for that right now. A huge army at High Moon. Okay, we will see what we can recruit. Mounted archers, equivalent sword. Let's go for that for now. 4 turns. Equivalent archers. I think we'll go for the bowier, so we can get some archers. We need archers on the walls. Alright, and
Ready and able.
can move this general out.
Setting camp here, Seigneur.
This is the generic general model. It's a coronal guard, the intended general, but it's the female version variant. Okay, so you might need some male variants of the coronal guards for the starting generals. Okay, and I can go for an archer there. Should have a diplomat now. Could move out. They're using the mage unit here, the mid-tier mage for the diplomat role. Let's end the turn. I thought this campaign would be more impressive with all the forts to show off in the first campaign. Taking all the rebel areas here. There's another one. Minor faction settlement.
Orders. Seigneur.
Alright. Take 5 turns to recruit the archers. Some units are really slow being recruited. Here we can get them 1 turn, so we'll go with another spear unit. 3 turns until we have finished the building there. Maybe it's faster at the capital. Alright, we could go for these mages too. Will take a long time. This mage only took 1 turn. Go with that one too. No, so we have 1 turn for that one, then we go with that. Maybe there's, let's see, 6 turns, 1 turn, 1 turn. Okay, there are some that we get immediately. I think we could go for some of them. Don't see why not. We'll go for some elites. Maybe not. Go for that one. Yeah. Okay, and maybe we should move away from here.
We can go no further today, mon roi.
And end the turn. End of turn report. The Teian nation has taken our position as the faction with the best production. The Empire of Kalimshan and the Arabs of Faerun, they have become the strongest faction financially. We are at place 20 and 23. We still have place 23 militarily. 20% of the Teian nation. The Teian nation dominates all areas except the financial area right now. Most advanced faction, the Teian nation, Zhentarim here. So yeah, we can see that the mod was originally based on 3rd Age, because there are a few new factions that still have art from 3rd Age, like Zhentarim here for the evil Teian nation. Okay, we have Legolas here. So yeah, I believe the 3rd Age mod was the base back in 2011. Recruitment report. Have some new units. Utility Seas, Magocracy of Unter and the Empire of Malorand. Okay, yeah. There are a bunch of pictures we need to replace. The 3rd Age pictures will be replaced with Faerun or Dungeons and Dragons pictures in the future, the ones for the events and such. Loading screens etc. are already replaced, and the quotes and everything, but not the events on the campaign map.
Ready and able.
Small there, this general.
Orders. By your
Move
will.
out to the
We shall camp here.
Unicorn Riders and this unit of mages,
Today's march ends, mon roi.
and we need more units. Can go with one of those. We can have a diplomat here too. And we had a diplomat here. We'll move outside of this place. It's a rebel area still. We have Calvus Derman here, general. Calvus Derman, retinue unknown, trades unknown. Calm and confident at the head of an army, usually decisive in victory. So he's not good. Loyalty, he's not loyal. Management, far from administrator and often far from their camps. Man is nearly the most chaotic alignment possible. He's an evil guy. His bodyguard is the Old Chancellor Guard Cavalry, which is a mercenary Sembian unit. An elite cavalry unit, very good bodyguard. You have Valarsburg, another fort, looks like a village. This is a large town. His army is mostly Sembian mercenaries, but they have some free folk units too, so it's not only Sembian stuff. There are some mercenaries and stuff. They're pretty strong actually. Sembia will probably have to conquer them first before they enter the forest. And Cormyr have all of these to fight before they enter the area of Summerholm. So you are protected for now by the many minor factions there, city-states.
Ready and able.
Alright, let's end the turn. So the music in the game or mod is vanilla currently. I believe the menu music might be custom. But none of the other music is custom, so it's just vanilla music currently. So nothing is changed in the balance of power meter. Recruitment report, we have the Aquilon mounted archers and the diplomat at our capital of Evereska. We send out troops. They will try to reach our leader. Moving on the map takes a while because we have realistic distance. Alright, and we're still recruiting. I want the Aquilon protectors next. And more of these. They took only one turn to recruit. Might be a mistake, but we'll have to do right now. We have the diplomat here. There's no use using diplomats against the rebels. Here we have some forts. We have a town, the Scardale. We have a village, Chandler's Crossing. Very good to have it just next to a bridge. Very defensive against the enemy. We have no money left.
Ready and able.
We move over there. Combine our forces with that army.
Senior. Orders.
We will end the turn. I believe the Sembian diplomat is trying to bribe Semberholm. Hopefully it won't work, but it could probably happen. AI can bribe us settlements sometimes in armies, but I don't believe the player can bribe anyone. It always fails. Betrothed Lord Aurelian and whoever. I don't think we need that right now. Diplomatic information. Following factions have declared a truce. The Kingdom of Aglarond, which is the Kingdom of Humans and half-elves, wood elves I believe, next to the Teian nation, and the Lords fought the Deep and the Evil Zhentarim. Okay. Recruitment report, we have new units, construction complete above here. End of turn report, same as before.
Mon roi. By your will, Seigneur. As you wish.
Alright.
Setting camp here, Seigneur.
Troops have reached the main army, but now we're sending out even more troops.
Mon roi. By your will, Seigneur.
2 additional units. Then we need 6 additional units. Okay. Can go for another one of these. We're out of money. Send the town. It's faster to recruit at the capital. Here we have a Waterdavian diplomat using a vanilla model. Not all the agents of the older factions were replaced with new models yet. The recruitment complete. Some elite archer units. Good. Send out another one here.
By your will, Seigneur. Our men are exhausted, Seigneur.
And we do not have enough money to hire more. These take too long. So I believe we could recruit more, but it won't be done in a while. We'll just end the turn. Alright, Waterdavian diplomat. Move anymore this time. Have a mage ready now. Let's move her.
Our men are exhausted, Seigneur.
Do not have a lot of money.
Ready and able.
We need troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ready and able.
I need exactly 5 for the army.
Seigneur. By your will, Seigneur.
Can send them towards the main army.
As you wish. Our men are exhausted, Seigneur.
So we need them in the main army, so we can attack somewhere.
Mon roi, oui. Our men are exhausted, Seigneur. Orders. As you wish.
Alright, recruitment report. Teian nation, nothing there.
Seigneur.
Send the turn. A Zhentarim agent, they share agents with the Shadovar now. I didn't make new ones for them like I had intended, but I did give them a unique captain and general. And but their agents are the same as the Shadovar. the diplomat, the spy and the assassin, they do not have any merchants nor priests. because the merchants and priests weren't needed. I believe Vladovid and the other original creators didn't like the priests, so they were cut and from the mod. And the merchants were supposed to be diplomats in the merchant campaign, but they never wanted actual merchants. Instead you get bonuses for holding certain cities on the map, not forts but cities. So for example, if you take this, if you hold Evereska, you get bonuses that essentially takes into account the resources in the areas. For example, we have cereals here, fruits and vegetables, and we get no resources by holding the resource with a merchant, because there are no merchants in this mod, but instead you get bonuses in this region that take into account these resources. So they matter, but only as you hold the settlement and you get the resources. No merchants that you need to place on the resource in this mod. Okay, and move to the army. Alright, we have a large force. We had one unit too many. We'll go to Shadovar with this force. We'll enter the next turn. We can't move anymore now. Seems that we are out of money too, which is bad. We need to attack somewhere. Do we want a... We don't want to attack the human rebels. We'll attack the evil monsters there. Let's end the turn. We have Zhentarim diplomats trying to bribe our areas in the forest, Samberholm and the tangled trees. It's not good that we are minus in economy. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with each other. The Teia Nation and the Empire of Muller, and the following factions have declared they are allies: the Milkrisi of Unter and the Teia Nation. Okay. End of turn report, same as before. These guys will enter the fort. These guys will attack there. Oh, we can hire more mercenaries. We have no money. Davian diplomat. We have one fort under control, the only one that was worth having. This one. I mean the only one that represented a town or so, instead of a village. Let's end the turn again. Republic of Sembia, Zhentarim, trying to bribe Samberholm and the tangled trees. They had a Cormyr agent. I don't know what type of agent. It was a diplomat or something else. But it was a Cormyr agent. The Kingdom of Cormyr. End of turn report. Unit recruitment completed. War declared. The Kingdom of Theater on the Republic of Sembia. We can finally besiege this area. We'll do it. We can hold out for 8 turns, quite a long time. Yeah, we need to take this area. They have the Eye Killers Mercenary Company, which are Urogs, I believe, a form of oak or similar creature. Tanaruks, giant demonic beasts, having all warbands. The Teeth Mercenary Company ogres, other ogres, Gobus archers, goblin archers, having all warriors, miners or minotaurs, servants of the Royal Egg. They are mercenary company of lizardmen, neutral unit, orc warriors, gnoll skirmishers, orc berserkers, gnoll archers, lizardmen archers, black oak archers, lizardmen berserkers, black oak Naphaton, lizardmen ambushers. The Naphatons might be dangerous actually for morale. Gobus archers and orc archers. need to take out the inhabitants.
Ready and able.
I will try to take that area. Let's end the turn. Fucked up with the economy, but if we take the area we will earn a lot of money, I believe.
We come bearing word.
Zhentarim wants trade rights. We'll accept.
Magnificent. You have made us very excellent.
Yeah, we could use map information too. They didn't want to. Okay.
It has been a pleasure. Greetings.
Kingdom of Cormyr, they want trade rights. We'll accept. What about map information?
No, we will not
No, they
have
didn't want to.
diplomacy failed us this day.
Alright. End of turn report. Zhentarim has the largest population now. And otherwise, no changes, I believe. The Empire of Kalimtran has the best financial situation. Okay.
Ready and able.
We are ready to attack now.
We will attack.
What is the balance of power? It's in their favor. I think we'll have to wait until they are a bit weaker before we attack. Okay, we will end the turn, we have no money.
I bring word from
Lords of Waterdeep,
Sire.
Hurrier, Brostfeather. He wants an alliance, trade rights and map information. We will accept.
We cannot thank you enough for
Okay.
the honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
But I don't believe we got them on the map. They got us on the map. Alright. We are allied. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with each other. The Empire of Kalimtran. The Arabic Empire. Faerun. Against the Kingdom of Theater. Like, they are like, France, maybe, of Faerun. Following factions have declared that they are allies. The King of Aglarond and the Emperor of Mulran. The ancient Egypt faction is Mulran. Lords of Waterdeep and Elves of Cormanthyr. Okay, and no change there.
Ready and able.
Could probably wait with the attack, but we are now plus. We are not minus anymore. That's awesome. Okay. You need to pull it maximum. Could use some more of these. The capital. Some mages. Maybe we don't want that for the economy. Maybe we should just let it be for now. Maybe we want something here. Could use these to assemble home. Don't really want to be bankrupted again. We'll move the diplomat down here. Here we have a Republic of Sembia area. They are using the Amnian soldier models. The battle clerics in the settlement of Orduin Metropolis. Huge stone walls. This mod also has the towers that shoot.
Speak to our representative.
Urban Guard swordsman. So Sembia is one of the new factions. They do not have unit cards for their units. Using the Amn soldier as their soldier in general as well. Some diplomat using the Shadovar diplomat. They're sharing it. Thought it was better than the vanilla ones. Cormyrian diplomats are still vanilla.
Something interesting.
Same with the Sembian diplomats. They are merchants in name.
Ready and able.
Let's end the turn. Yeah, the enemy might be a bit lame when you play on very easy or easy difficulty, but I didn't want a lot of revolts. I think easy was the best choice to remove the risk of revolts. It might still happen, but it should be less common on easy. This mod had problems with revolts in cities. Okay, kind of want the extra mercenaries. Lizardmen.
Orders. Seigneur.
They will move over there.
We shall camp here. Ready and able.
Actually, our general could lead them, so they can't rebel, but we still let the general lead them.
Ready and able. Mon roi. As you wish.
Okay,
Merging armies. Ready
and
and
we
able.
will just continue to wait over there. Our diplomat could speak with the Republic of Sembia. Could use trade rights, map information.
Please, do not ask things we will not accept. Some
Okay,
further
trade
requests then?
rights then.
Let us leave this point for now. More
They didn't
damage
want it,
than
okay.
good was done here.
Oui, mon roi.
Okay, move there.
Très bien, Seigneur.
The rebel area.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
We have Gordon Stakaria here, general with an army of same as the other rebel general. Most of the rebels here have the same type of troops. Old Chancellor Guard, Board Guard, same as in the other area, but this is a city actually, instead of a town or large town. Here we have a large town, another army that is similar. They are beholders. Okay, but also free folk. Okay, let's end the turn. But if you play on very hard, the AI will be much more aggressive. It could be more fun, but problem is those revolts are more common. Diplomatic information. Following factions have declared that they are allies, the Emperor of Kalimshan and the Republic of Amr, which is like the Renaissance Spain faction. The same type of units as Spain when they conquered the Aztecs, but without any gunpowder units. They have crossbowmen instead. Have everything but the gunpowder units essentially. Following factions have declared a truce: the Republic of Ammon, the Duchy of Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Ready and able. Ready
Okay, and this arm is about ready. We'll move out a unit of
by your will, Seigneur. Ready
troops and move in the
Orders.
mage.
Ready
We
and
will
able.
move the
Mon roi.
3 units of lizardmen into this extra force.
To battle. For your honor, mon roi. Lengthy. Ready and able.
This general, I think it will move back to the capital. We have agents, we have a diplomat, okay. Move her over there.
Ready and able. Oui, Seigneur.
So they can hold out for 4 more turns.
Give the order
This is
and
the
we
balance
will
of power currently
Glory to
in
the
our
roi.
favor.
We attack.
Not much. Still feel like we could wait a bit.
Ready and able. Ready
General
and
could be
able.
moved over here.
Ready and able.
In case we can get more mercenaries. Time.
Ready and able.
Move over there.
With honor.
Could use more stuff over here. Three turns. 4 turns. Okay. Could use more troops over there and end the turn. Forgot to move the diplomat over there. Could do that next time. Next turn. So by the way, I haven't heard from Azerbaijan when it comes to the models in a while, but Krall or Band Chieftain, the other guy, he who is working mostly on War, he said that he was gonna rig the flying units, the Pegasus mounts, the East-Wings and of Mullerand and the Unterfaction, and the Pegasus mounts are for the Confederation of Shandat, and the Griffins of, I believe, the ones with the outstretched wings, the Griffins of the Lords of Waterdeep, the Confederation of Shandat, and yeah, I believe for those factions, they will be rigged on the same animations as the Griffins of Warcraft of the War and the Pegasuses of Warhammer, so that they will fly, because currently they do not fly in the game. They just run around like normal cavalry. I believe the Griffins of the Taiyan Nation and the King of Agdaron will not fly, because their wings are not stretched out in a flying position. Instead they are like stuck under, leave some kind of armor, and it looks like they are not intended to fly, but the others have their wings outstretched like they are supposed to fly. So any unit with outstretched wings will be rigged to be flying in the game. It will change the game from a normal cavalry unit that is OP to a cavalry unit that is flying, that will still be OP, but will look more accurate and won't take up as much space. Okay. We have 3 turns left there. We need more troops. Could go with 2 new normal units there. Let's just end the turn, but we will move the diplomat first.
Oui, seigneur.
Move that there. We have another village fort, Serb.
Oui.
Another one, Mulhessen. Next to have a bridge, good defensive position. Alright, let's end the turn. On turn 22 soon. The turns are very fast even in this campaign with the forts. Just the merchant campaign that is so slow. Okay. Trade increase. You have Legless there. Yes, there are some remnants of the third age mod, like the cards. Villethiel, Summer Stars, Promising Manager, Recruitment Report, some new units.
Ready and able.
Oh, I have some new units here.
Orders. Mon roi. Orders. Ready and able.
We can attack in 2 turns.
Mon
I
roi.
think the main troops there could be moved out. Basic troops could be moved out, and
Merging armies.
can then move
Orders.
additional troops in. Can move the mages.
Mon roi. Joining forces, seigneur. Orders. Ready and able.
We'll wait another turn for sure. Another mage that has 1 turn recruitment would be good. Then we'll go for end the turn. Forgot to move the diplomats, but it doesn't matter. Don't need to move them every turn. End of turn report. Same as before. We have a new mage. Who declared the Taiyan Nation on the Empire of Mullerand. Right. So Rome declared war on ancient Egypt, essentially fantasy Rome declared war on fantasy Egypt. Okay. And
Ready and able. Seigneur.
these troops could now join the main army.
Combining your forces, seigneur.
And this unit could be moved out.
Mon roi.
They will give up in one turn. I don't want that, I want the battle.
Oui, Seigneur.
The,
Closing to engage.
we will see how it will go. Now the balance of power is more in our favor. They have 1474 men, we have starved them for 7 turns now. If we wait one other turn, they would probably give up and we wouldn't even have a battle, or 2 they would sally out and we would have a battle. They would be slightly weaker than now. But we want a battle and we do not want to risk them not selling out without a battle. So, Elves of Cormanthyr. By the way, we need the number. Elves of Cormanthyr 0. Okay, and we have an ally. We could have them controlled by us, or we could have them controlled by the AI. I like to have them under the AI. If we deselect this one, so if we have it like this, we will control them. Then they will join whenever we lose a unit. One unit will join the battlefield. If we have this selected, they will be controlled by the AI. But if we have this one selected too, then they will be entirely controlled by the AI. And if we deselect this, I believe that we will be able to give them commands like attack and defend, and that we will do that. We are the elves, we don't want to fight during the night. If I had been the Taiyan nation, I would have fought during the night, because it's a monster faction. They are led by a captain, they do not have any real leaders. Army strength ratio 2-1 in our favor. Our general is very powerful. It's the leader of the faction, Colonel Erlen. They have 1474 men, we have 1228, plus we have reinforcements under Captain Kiral. The elves fight the battle map.
Glory to the King of France. Attack.
Have a Zhentarim strat model. It's a Zhentarim rebel area. Lots of monsters in the area. I put the monsters there because it was stated that there were Lism and other monsters in the region. Because there were no garrisons there or even captains or generals. It fit to just add the monsters there. They overran the settlement. Okay, start deployment. We have the Kamek mod in this one. So if you use, in order to activate Kamek mod, you need to have game options, total war camera on, which is the default camera, and then when you start the battle, you click on the advisor. Before clicking start battle, you can click, I believe, deployment phase, but then you need to click the advisor. If you fail to click on it, it will fail, and then you click on the backspace button after selecting a unit, and then on the end button, and then you end up with the ability to zoom in like this and zoom out a lot like this. It's really cool, and you can see battles very inzoomed. If it fails, you will need to go into game options and then select this and click on accept changes, and then do the same thing maybe 3 times. Then in the next battle you need to click on the advisor and then have a unit selected when you click on backspace and on the end button to activate the Kamek mod. It should work on all mods they have released, like Warcraft of War, Heralds of War, Classic Ultimate, and Faerun of War, maybe even some of the others, like Wrath of the Norseman. I don't remember if the latest release had it, maybe not, but I know that the coming one have it. And Game of Thrones, I think, was too old, so I do not have it in Game of Thrones Enhanced. And the retro mod doesn't have it because I didn't release it. So it's Firestorm's mod, so it doesn't have it. But any mod I have released since, I believe, summer of 2023 have the Kamek mod. You just need to know how to activate it. Here we have the troops. We have the Colonel Guard, the bodyguard leader, and we have the actual general. But I haven't added a unique general model, so in some battles it will be a female like this one, and in some it will be a male like this one. So essentially, because the leader is a general, is a male, we will need to make a specific leader that is a male all the time. But for now, the general might change from female to male randomly from each battle, because the unit consists of both males and females and loads randomly each battle. We'll change it later so that it's always a male. Okay, and then we have the Aquelan Protectors, Elite Archers, a female unit in white armor and a male unit in green armor. This one was used as a spy too. Motif will be changed later probably. We have the Akfair Lesser Mages, females and males, I believe. I think this is a male and this is a female. Like fair high mages, the ones in the black hair I believe are men, and the other ones are females. We have the lizardmen, mercenaries, the skirmishers, and the archers. We use different models. And then we have the berserkers, they use the same models as the skirmishers. And more of the elves too. We have a unit of mounted, Aquelan mounted archers here. Unique mounts, elvish looking horses, elven looking horses. Unique riders, different types of elves, as the Elves of Cormanthyr. It's a coalition of different elves. We have the Veil Guard. Shields on the sides that they can use in melee as normal shields. We have the Lizardmen Berserkers, using the same models as the skirmishers with different weapons. We have the Swords of Evereska elite unit, unique to one region, very rare. Consisting of high elves and I believe maybe wood elves or something, I don't know. 2 units at least of them. We have the Unicorn Riders, 2 different Elven units too. Elite Horse Archers. We have the Enemy Settlement, which is a castle. Vanilla settlement held by, overrun by monsters. So these all the units that I want to use is the question. Let's start the battle. We'll attack with the ranged units, the mercs especially. The enemy army, we have goblins, gobas, archers. They have, of course, lizardmen, including a mercenary elite lizardman unit, spearman unit, pike unit, the gnolls, black orcs, the orcs too. And a dangerous Naphaton throwing bombs at enemies. They are very dangerous for the morale for troops. We have the Tanarooks. They are bigger than the Red Orcs. They're in the second biggest unit in the game. Only the Hill Giants are bigger. They are really big actually. The Hill Giants are even bigger. We have Ogres. They even have a mounted unit, Orog High or whatever, or whatever they were named, the Orogs. Even have some heavy gnoll units, halberds. Settlements are of course vanilla. And the beta. The battlefields, etc. It works well for Faerun. Okay, they didn't have anyone near the walls. We need to attack. We want to send in the ram deer. We can have spread out formations. They are not fired at too much. Send the tower too. We can send in the Veil Guard here too. Ladders. The Lizardmen Berserkers, of course. The Sentinel Deer. Then we had a unit of Veil Guards. Send them as well. There. Okay, our range units. Could be loose formation. This could drop the ram. We don't want mages to be handling the ram anyway. The custom music is still to be done. There is a guy that wanted to do that, so you'll see if he will do it now that the beta has been released, or if he changed his mind. But it's the same guy that made the main menu music. He wrote a year ago or so that he still wanted to do it, but he didn't have access to the beta back then. Now he does. Everyone has access to it now. So yeah, if he's still interested, of course he can still do it. Spread out all the ranged units here. Including the Lizardmen, mercenaries. And these guys, the Aquilarian Protectors. The Coronal Guards. This is the general, by the way. We'll place him behind the rest. Okay, over there we have a hero ability because it's a mage. Cast spell aid, soldier combat effectiveness, own army, 30 min duration. So we increase the combat effectiveness of the soldiers to 30 min. Okay.
The battering ram has done its work. Now it is time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
Alright. We're still moving here. Place these. Continue.
Grâce à Dieu, we have captured the enemy's walls.
Our ally is doing something. I didn't know they were active. They entered the gate. Didn't know that. I placed them under AI control, I see. Thought I had to control them manually, but I deselected that. I see. So they attack automatically. That's not good, because sometimes the AI will not do anything when you do not have them under manual selection, so you need to have the buttons so you can trigger them into attacking. But now they somehow attacked anyway, which was good. So our ally is already inside the settlement and have breached the gates. We have some Elven units here. It's much more fun to play with the Kamek modes. We can see everything up close. I thought these were Dark Elves in the past, but they are not. In Faerun these are Moon Elves actually. And the others are probably High Elves. Not certain. The females are Moon Elves. Dark Elves in Faerun look a bit different. Okay, so they are fighting the ogres and the lizardman enemies there. Yeah, so the allied army had a bunch of mercenary lizardmen
Our ally has been slain. Now we will see if his men will hold in the face
and
of this
had
temptation.
some of the basic elven units too. They are pretty good, but not enough, I believe. Did we have any basic troops? I don't think so. We had only good troops like mages and stuff. We had some lizardmen, I see. What is happening over here? How we are fighting here. The Veil Guard can fight in melee. They are pretty good in melee. Fuck, they use their napatons to throw bombs at our troops. Here they are sending oak reinforcements. I don't like that we are defeating their gnolls, but I don't like that they have these guys ruining stuff. Okay, we will attack them with our ranged units. Okay. Just send all our ranged units against those guys for now. Didn't have a lot of melee units in this army. Veilguard is a good elite infantry unit as well. Sword and shield and melee. They had way more troops suitable for melee combat, including these minotaurs. Our ally were entirely melee, but they were not that many. They are already retreating with the elves here. And some of the lizardmen were not melee. We are skirmishers and archers. We are a few berserkers too.
Our siege towers have been destroyed. Now we must fight harder to get to our foe.
So infantry is always good to have, but yeah, it's good that their napatons are in melee. It's very good. But we didn't have enough infantry and our range units weren't the right location. Maybe they had more than one napaton unit. Our equivalent spears are retreating. Yeah, they have defeated our melee troops. Oh, here we have some heavy gnoll infantry warriors. Gnoll warriors. They're pretty cool. Dog humanoids with armor. Swords and shield. Problem with not controlling this army manually is that we cannot trigger their defense or attack if they stop advancing, but they are doing a good job. They are losing because they are too few to win. Here we seem to have won. We are using our mages to take out their troops, that's good. You can see they are being massacred. Our mages have enough range, including their dangerous Tanaruks. Look at that. They are being massacred.
The enemy
Our
general is
mages.
there. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
So even if they won against our melee troops, we will win the battle. Thanks to our mages. They are quite doomed. We killed 77% and lost 29%. The army destroyed one of our towers, but I believe we might have destroyed our own tower. Yeah, it was a massacre of the monsters in this castle. Just worried if they will revolt or not and stuff. I don't like reconquering areas they've already conquered, unless it's the enemy taking them. I don't like when revolts happen and you lose them. We'll see. I believe in 2024 during the summer, a settlement could be taken and then revolt to the enemy, or an enemy could take one of your settlements and then it would revolt back to you before you had even reconquered it, which wasn't very fun. We had a lot of mages in this army. It was very good. I swear we wouldn't win at the beginning. Fuck, you guys shouldn't be there. Waste a mage in fucking city. Get out of there. Run. I'll probably kill a few of my own wizards there. This is why you don't want troops inside the settlement when you have mages. They are very powerful. Easily kill our own men. This is the problem with allied troops. If they are not under manual control, that they get stuck like that, you can't really do anything about them. The elves returned. They're fighting. Killed 86% and lost 32%, mostly the allied troops. Defeated the ogres over here. We had some Lizardmen allies too in the battle. Lizardmen are neutral monsters, whilst the orcs and others are mostly evil. By the way, sound could probably increase it to 19. Alright. Like when I play other mods. Don't want it to be too loud so you can't hear what I'm saying, but I think it's fine. 19. It's vanilla level 2 music, but it's still nice hearing it. No copyright issues, but that's not the reason we have vanilla music. The reason is no one has added custom music. This could be added from the official games, Baldur's Gate 1, 2 and 3, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2, and some other older games. Neverwinter Nights, Icewind Dale. Yeah, there are a few. So yeah, the mages won this battle for us. Our lizardmen are over here, our elves. They broke our lizardmen mercenaries there. We broke these guys too. We had quite a few, 74 of them. Might break the elves as well. Even though they are more tough than the mercenaries, they still broke them. Okay. Lack of archers. Gnoll skirmishers. Gobos archers. And their cavalry. They are dangerous. Seem to be fully intact as well. So ally won't win the battle. For us we need to send in troops. I think. deeper into the settlement. Right. Really like the Elven units, they look cool. Really need Drow as well. Dark Elves would be cool with the faction. Starting at the old Elven court would be really cool. Anyway, if you want to play monsters like the Gnolls, etc., then Theia Nation is the best choice. Then of course the Orcs and Arrows have some monsters too, but they do not have the Gnolls, they do not have the Tanarooks, they do not have the some of the others. They do have Ogre mercenaries, they do have Goblin mercenaries, they do have the Hillgiants, and they do have the Urugi mercs, and they do have their own orcs that are different from the mercenary orcs that are only available to Thay. They do have the black orcs, shared with Thay as mercenaries. They do not have the red orcs or the common green orcs. They have a different type of orc. Okay, these guys could invade main settlement. Send in the melee units first. No, we won't. We'll send in range units first. Send in the archers. He'll be the first to be sent in. What else? We'll send in the archers first. And the ranged units, these are pretty good actually. Black Oak archers, they're just as good as the many arrows archers and as many stats are not final. Copy then try if the many arrows archers. Elves of Cormanthyr, we have the archers, lizardmen archers here. They're just standing there unfortunately. Sending in the melee spearmen again. So our ally is not giving up. They're back. They'll probably flee again. Goblins, they have knives in melee. Yeah, we are not strong enough to win there. The allied troops. Fire them, do not just stand there. We need you to fire. Alright. Want them to attack from afar, not fight in melee. They don't need to. As long as they have arrows left. Take out the enemy ranged units, they have quite a few ranged units.
Our cowardly allies have fled the
Oh,
field.
our allied
They are craven
lizardman
and not fit to be
tried to
lords of
charge
men.
but failed again and broke. excuse me. Kill the gnolls. Far. Had a black orc archers. They're firing back, but there are few, only 4 of them. This is a really dangerous unit. 34 eye killer mercenary company units. And I lead gnoll unit here too. Phalanxes have the common orcs, but they are not the orcs of the many arrows faction. These are different. They are either minor faction units you fight or available as mercenaries for the Taiyan nation. The Gulan protectors have arrived. They look pretty cool. None of our Gulan spears routed. Kill those gnolls. Killing some of their horsemen too, which is good. What's happening over here? Some of the troops are just standing here, I'm pretty sure. No, they are retreating. These are men archers. And the Aquilan spears. Massacre over here. Really needed our allied troops. Most of our troops are outside. Right. Cast spell aid, so their combat effectiveness. Don't need it just now. We will order the troops to attack their cavalry now. It's too long. Let's disable fire at will. Attack the cavalry. Take them out from afar. They are dangerous in melee. Actually, we could also send in the Gulan mounted archers. Send them into and unicorn riders. Help kill off those cavalry units. Lost a lot of units here to our mages. Gulan mounted archers are arriving. The unicorn riders. unicorns, unlike Pegasuses, do not have any wings, so they won't fly. It's a cool, unique mount, nonetheless. Alright. And these guys shouldn't go into melee. We'll click on them to attack again, so they stop running. We have skirmish mode on, so they will move away if the enemy tries to charge, which is good. Set up an archer unit routed left the battlefield. These guys are archers too, but they seem to have no ammo left. These guys have no ammo left now. Then I think they will have to move back. Over there. Don't want them to fight the heavy cavalry of the enemy. You can see they are way heavier. The armor. Swords would win in melee, sure. Even the unicorns have no ammo left. They are better in melee than the others. They have swords, but I don't know if I want to sacrifice them against those guys. It's a rare unit, we'll have to move them back, you know. We'll send in the wizards. Let the wizards handle these guys now. Even the other wizards. I think the wizards will do a good job. That one, it had no ammo. They're moving their mounted units. That's not good. We're not firing anymore. We are firing at them, good. They have no ammo, we will move them away. These guys might have no ammo left, we'll see. Yeah, they do not have any ammo. And I think they should move out. Our mage is attacking over there. We attack a long distance away. They are moving out their troops. We'll send our unicorn cavalry to meet them. These guys are good in melee, but they're still infantry, so I don't want them to fight alone. And we do not want these guys to fire. They might kill our own troops. Stop firing. Yeah. These guys too need to stop firing. Case they're ordered to attack the Urug riders. Might kill our own troops then. Which we don't want. Stop firing. Use the hero build now. We only have 10 alive, their troops now. Yeah, they have lost, they retreated. We'll hunt them. I don't know where they stopped riding after them. Try again. So if yet I enjoy the campaign, I think it's fun. We'll see if we will have problems with revolts later. For now it's fun. Alright. By using easy difficulty, we might actually reduce the chances of revolts, and diplomacy is easier, and it will take a while until the enemy starts attacking, but I don't know if it will be too easy.
The battle is very much in our favor.
And we are not
We remain
fallen.
true and steadfast.
Might be
Victory
too
will
easy.
ours.
Easy, I don't know. Defeating their last units at the center. So without our mages we would have lost, of course. I believe they defeated our infantry at the beginning of the battle.
Our men have taken
We
control
won the
of
battle,
castle.
I think. They still have the halberds in the charge too. Actually can move back and send in our actual infantry against them.
We have lost control of the castle.
So you don't lose any of the missile cav units. They are valuable. In lore, it was seen as the worst crime ever to kill a unicorn rider. Dies to elves anyway. You don't want to lose them for no reason. The male guards are still range units. Prefer if it's the swords of Evereska fighting in melee. Best infantry unit. 100 swordsmen. 100 elven swordsmen. Right, I've been playing for 2 hours and 30 minutes at least, I believe. It's been fun. This is the first real-time battle. We didn't fight any other battles, of course, as every rebel area had armies, but we took a lot of empty forts at the beginning. The elves are strong because they do have a lot of powerful mages. More mages than many of the other factions. All the factions have mages, but some of them, like the Mara for example, only have one mage currently. all of them were supposed to have 3, but some of them have just 1. The elves is 1 out of very few that have 3 mages. Most factions have 2 at least. The swords of Evereska are reaching the plaza. We have 2 units, one with 34 of them and one with 40. Some of them have been in battle on the walls or at the gate. They've been fired at or something. Should be able to win. I think we'll start more than one campaign. We'll also play a Teian Nation campaign and a campaign of, because I think they're really cool with all the monsters and the Roman style units, and a Mulran campaign with the ancient Egyptians. They're also cool. The hot Cleopatra units. So yeah, we'll make 3 campaigns at least. This is the first one, the Elves of Cormanthyr. Thought it was the most interesting one. The weakest starting position. Both the other 2 are empires, they are very strong factions, 2 of the strongest in the game. All of these monsters are new for this version of Faerun War, and the Elven roster is new as well. Monsters are mostly either mercenaries or Teian units. They are new. Full beards, trigonals, they look a bit like Urukai troops in their armor and gear, especially the ones with swords and shields. And similar swords as the Urukai. You won the battle. Awesome. Troops were bloodied. You won the battle. Right, clear victory. Coronel Erland, leader of the Elves of Cormanthyr, at 1228 men, lost 38 from his main army, killed 1075, took 46 prisoners, very good. Captain Kirao, our ally, had 901 troops, at least few were Elven, basic units, and the rest were Lissamen mercenaries, lost 581 men, killed 333, traded poorly, took 18 prisoner, 320 remaining. We have 1190 remaining for the main army. Captain Pandim with 1474 monsters of different kinds, lost all of them, 0 remaining alive, killed 512 of the army, mostly of the second army, the melee army, and took 150 prisoner, I think. Battle statistics, Duncapital Castle, 1383 DR. We started the campaign at 1372 and now we are at 1383. We have percentage allies killed 29%, percentage enemies killed 100%. We lost only 29%. Victory seems certain. Okay, and the battle statistics, Duncapital Castle 1383 DR. Commander Coronel Erlan, casualties inflicted. Okay, so Ekfair High Mages killed 117, Velguard killed 138, Dismember Berserkers killed 37. Let's see here, Swords of Evereska killed 160, they are really good actually, the melee unit. Lesser Mages 74. Mounted Archers 11, 59 for the Coronal Guards, they are mages, the best mages, 158 for the Veil Guard, 143 for another unit of Coronal Guards, 59 for another one, and for a High Mage 59. Our ally, Aquelan Spears, kill 55, Archers, Lizard, and Mercenaries kill only 10, they were pretty bad. Ambushers kill 45, they were better than the Archers actually. Berserkers kill 107. They were best, and then the Aquelan Spears killed 48 and 68, so the Little Berserkers were actually good. Alright, but they have the same stats as some of the others with 200 units, and then the armor etc. do not really matter in this version. So yeah, the stats are not final. Let's go back to the map. Faerun, Forgotten Realms, Total War. Here and conduct yourselves as your own masters, showing your good or bad fortune as confidence in the lady. Dogma of Timora, date of good fortune. We conquered the Capital Castle, the monster rebels. Then we have some options. Capture settlement in Capital Castle, which is a castle. Occupation options. This settlement has fallen to the might of your army. Victory is yours, and the fate of this settlement lies in your hands. Occupied settlement. Gold pieces gained from looting 287. That's bad. Sack settlement. Population be massacred 524. Gold pieces gained from looting 2218. And exterminate populace. Population be massacred 2454. Gold pieces gained from looting 1109. This is best for money, but we are afraid it will revolt and stuff, so we'll go for exterminate populace. We'll do that in most areas, because we do not trust area if it's not an Elven area. We will do exterminate to decrease the possibility of revolts. Enemy army routes, Coronel Erlan. The last battle left so few of our foe alive that their pitiful collection of survivors has disbanded, preferring a fate of self-exile to certain death at the hands of our superior forces. They shall trouble us no longer. Trade increase, Coronel Erlan, mean leader. His man's harsh methods of rule and leadership have increased his dread reputation. +1 dread. So we are a good faction, but we will not show any mercy due to the tendency of troops in this mod currently to revolt. Or cities to revolt. I disabled the rebelling characters, but I couldn't disable revolts of cities. But it's possible to make them less common, I just failed. Okay, and we'll make another save. Right, done. Much troops. And we have another area, castle. Okay, garrison quarters, let's go for that. We can already make troops, but we need to wait 1 turn before we can recruit here. Okay.
Ready and able.
Okay, and this guy move into that fort.
Mon roi.
We can get another unit. Fortunately, the Aquila archers take 6 turns to recruit. Doesn't make any sense that they take that long, while these guys take no time at all. I will have to go over the recruitment of the units and make sure that the basic stuff have 1 turn and the elite stuff is more rare. Here some of the elite units can be recruited in 1 turn and some of the basic ones can't. The reason is, when I added this, I probably didn't have an exact overview over all the numbers in the recruitment. Essentially, probably copied another and try, and probably copied one of the basic units and try. Some mods have the exact same and tries for every unit, and others, like this mod, have different ones for different quality units, and some of the elites got the same as the basic ones, and some of the basic ones got the same as some rare units, I think. So it needs to be fixed, because these basic archers shouldn't be 6 turns, while this elite archer unit is 1 turn. It should be the opposite. This one should be 6 turns and this one should be 1 turn. So yeah, there are a few errors like that. Some of the basic units should be faster to recruit and some of the elites should be slower. Now instead you get the elites fast and then this unit is rare, so I guess it's a mistake. Okay. Let's go for the elite unit then. And we'll end the turn. Yeah, it's still very much a work in progress, or VIP. So not everything is as it should. I have never really played this before. I played very little. So yeah, things like recruitment and costs and balance and stats etc. are not final. Especially not the recruitment when I didn't have full control or oversight of the situation. But I can see when I play now that some of the basic units should be faster to recruit and some of the elite stuff should be slower, for sure. I believe the mages are as they were intended, but there are some other elites that should be slower, and some the basic archers should be 6 turns, that's for sure. Lizard men can go out.
Orders. By your will, Seigneur. Mon roi. Joining forces as you wish. Orders.
The elves can move in.
Seigneur. Our men are exhausted, Seigneur.
The listman towards the fort over there. Recruit some new troops there. Maybe not the archers take 6 turns. Far too long. 9 turns for the swords of Evereska, they are probably correct. These guys will switch place with the archers. Or the Veil Guard. Maybe both of these will be similar, but this will be way faster. Get that unit now. More of these. They're all 1 turn. Probably change in the future. You have a Sembian unit. Urban Swordsman, Urban Guard Swordsman. Okay.
Oui, Seigneur. Très bien, Seigneur.
We have Republic of Sembia troops there.
Oui, at once.
I am neither
Huge
friend
army
nor
including the
foe,
battle
your
clerics. Most human factions have those. So the Raven Mercenary Doppelsoldner, 200 swords. Okay, and their basic swordsman essentially. Okay. Could still recruit one of these to take 6 turns. Okay.
Mon roi.
Let's end the turn.
Splitting forces, mon roi.
Yeah, the basic archers should be 1 turn. This certainly shouldn't be 6 turns. It takes forever. That's something that needs to be changed. Okay, but the point of playing a VIP like this is to find out what to change and enjoy it. This is the first real beat after all, so there are things that will need changing. The new troops, good. Magic information, the following factions are now at war with each other. The Empire of Kalimshan, they are neighbors, and the Kingdom of Theatre and the Emperor of Kalimshan and the Zhentarim are allies. Both of those factions count as evil in lore.
Your orders, mon roi. Très bien, Seigneur.
Orders.
Okay, and move those troops there.
Roi. Orders.
These troops could move there. Have an Amnian diplomat. These mounted units added there. Alright. Mages. Right. They don't want to just sit here.
Ready and able. Mon roi.
Need to move somewhere. Don't exactly know where the rebel areas are.
We can go no further today.
Down there.
Orders. Mon roi.
Cavalry can move towards the
By
army.
ready and able. Orders.
Okay, and we'll end the turn. If you sit there all the time, the enemy will just take the rebel areas and be very weak. We need to be aggressive.
Mon roi.
Okay, we'll reach the army.
Oui. Setting camp here, Seigneur.
Rebel, mercenaries, listmen, archers and ambushers. Okay. New troops.
Seigneur. Oui.
Move those troops towards the settlement.
Ready and able.
These could
Orders.
also move. But there. Have some new listmen mercenaries. Recruited. Here we have the dwarves. Dwarven diplomat. Delzone. See if we can ally the dwarves. Yeah, they accepted it. We are allied with the dwarves of Delzone. Elves and dwarves are allied.
Ready and able. Ready and able.
Okay. Open up Hunnar. Ballistae. Could go for that, to be honest. It'd be good to have some siege. Elves have placeholder siege. Let's just end the turn. Rioting somewhere. Yeah, we don't like that.
Ready
Send
and
in
able.
more troops there. Recruit more troops. Town report. Right. Dwarves, they have accurate size too. Speak to the Shadovar over there. Alright. We have no money. Okay. We do have an agent over here. We can move.
Oui, at once.
You have the Sembian city of Metropolis of Derlun. Okay,
Très bien,
let's just
Seigneur.
move past it.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Fort, Sea Spring.
Ready and able. With honor.
Marsh of Schellenberg
Ready
Wilderness.
and able.
Okay,
Oui.
we have a fort over here. Minor faction, we'll move over there. We can get even more lizardmen mercenaries in this area. So we have a march, lizardmen like areas like this. Marches.
Your orders, mon roi.
Let's end the turn. Another general. Good loyalty, we'll get him for sure. Or declare the Tea Nation on the Empire of Mullerand. Recruitment report, new units. Construction complete, garrison quarters. And updated diplomacy,
Mon roi,
power,
at once.
balance. Okay, we will take this fort.
Seigneur, we have claimed this day. Praise the Oriflamme.
Urgot. Okay, but in the capital we are 4 turns from constructing the Ballista Maker. Here we can get the Ballista Maker as well, a blacksmith, etc, etc. I think we'll go for the grain exchange. We need more money. Semberholm, Town Guard, stables. We'll go for the stables. So we need mounted archers there. They are good and faster to recruit than the normal archers because of the mistake. The recruitment there. Can't wait 6 turns for the basic archers, then it's better to get the mounted archers in 1 turn. This is more like an outpost with 1 unit there. Okay.
Seigneur.
Send this unit there. Scout the area.
Orders.
This one there.
Today's march ends, mon roi.
Cavalry is better used as scouts. And we do not have any spies. I need a building that can recruit spies. Right, we'll see. We could recruit some troops, maybe. Mage there, and now we'll end the turn. Alright, the economy is good at the moment. Nothing new happened there. Trade increase. Rarely vet a higher strategist. This man is now seen as having almost no equals as a strategist against 3 command. Alright. Cool. Commander. He's in the capital of Evereska. Dramatic information. The following factions have declared that they are allies to Kingdom of Cormyr and the Dutch of Baldur's Gate, the Lords of Waterdeep and the Empire of the Shadovar. That's bad news for us. The following factions have declared a truce: Emperor Callum and the Kingdom of Cormyr. We have a new mage, trade increase. Yeah, very good.
Orders. Mon roi.
Over there. Here we have an army of the Baldur's Gate faction, including Flaming Feast Enforcers. Flaming Feast Crossbowmen, they are all their units. They are pretty cool. He liked the armored units. And this is my soldier strat model that I made for the faction. We have a captain here with a few units. The Flaming Feast Mercenary Company, their core units. Core better units. We have a manufacturing castle, Dragon Spear Castle, held by similar units as the other castle. Monsters. We could try and take that area, to be honest. We do want it.
Orders. For the honor of France.
We have a Eastern Berserker mercenary unit you can hire here.
Seigneur. By your will, Seigneur. Our men are orders.
Be a similar battle to the other one. Alright.
Ready and able. Seigneur.
Move out these troops.
Mon roi. Orders. Mon roi. Ready and able.
Need 2 additional units.
Seigneur. Ready and able.
Okay. Send out the general.
Forces to ensure victory, Seigneur.
One of these units could be moved up too.
Oui, merging armies. Ready and able. Ready and able.
One of the generals will go into Dun Capital Castle later. We'll send out one of the normal units instead. Okay, and I believe we could use some additional troops there.
Orders.
Baldur's Gate is a neutral faction. Let's end the turn. I'll turn 30 soon.
Ready and able.
Right, and
Ready
send this general over there.
Ready and able.
And these guys I don't know. So we have one army coming here.
Oui,
They
Seigneur.
will lay siege to this place.
Oui, Seigneur. Besieging France, Seigneur. Joining forces,
We have
Seigneur.
an entire army there now.
Orders.
Could
Ready and able, Seigneur.
move this
Orders.
next to the place.
Moving
We'll
to
move out the
engage
Lisbon
enemy.
later and move this one into the
Laying
army.
siege, mon roi. Your sieging army reporting, mon roi.
We're laying siege to Dragonspear Castle held by monsters.
Ready and able.
And new troops. Mounted Moon Cavalry. Mounted Unit Riders.
Seigneur.
I think we'll go with the mounted unit.
Mon roi. Oui, merging armies. Ready and able. With honor. Oui. Setting camp here, Seigneur.
Where they will go move
We can go no
next.
further today, mon roi. Ready and able.
Might send them towards the forest, to be honest.
Oui, mon roi. Très bien, Seigneur.
We have a Cormyran fort, Kirinwood.
Oui, at once. Très bien,
Move
Seigneur.
past it.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, Seigneur.
Alright, you can hire more spearmen there. More swordsmen over there. At least end the turn. We are under attack. The monsters decided to sally out. Waterdeep General is a captain. The region is a Waterdeep rebel area, that's why held by monsters. They seem to be leading. Let's see. I think they should be strong enough to win. We have a lot of mages in the army. We need to save the game. I think we could win thanks to the mages. And our ally have a mounted unit. Alright, we'll fight the battle on the battle map.
Bring your honor as we attack. Units, await my order.
Alright, we do not get to deploy because they had the benefit of selling out here. Okay, and these guys need to drop their their rams, etc. very fast. Enter that unit too. Loose formation. Fire wheel is already on. Good. The archers will have fire arrows on the protectors. This will drop the ram. Loose formation, fire ammo. Lose the siege equipment with all of them. Lose with everyone. Alright. And the general sport god will also have loose formation. The infantry will be one group together with the long range unit, mounted units. Alright, and mages will have fire wheels when they get close to start to fire. Change my mind, there will not be AI control. We'll move over there. Hurry up. Because I don't want my mages to fire it. We will kill our own troops. Fuck. In they sell out, we do not get to use the Kamek mod, I forgot. We do not get the advisor in battles like this, and without clicking on it, it won't work. Enemy armies moving out. We have lots of gnolls, black orcs, minotaurs, and orcs. Here the Tanarox is similar, it's an identical army to the one we fought, but more intact. We'll attack with our ranged units for sure. Our mages should do some damage to the enemy. That's why we fought the battle, despite the odds, because we had mages. Quite a few of them, the battle. Otherwise we would have lost. We didn't have a lot of mages. Fire ammo on for the protectors and loose formation. Right.
Only intervention by
We
all
killed 21% and lost 2%. Would send out the Lissaman Berserkers against the Ogres. No. Might hurt our own troops. We'll have to back out from there. We killed 26% and lost 4%. Mages are doing a good job. Yeah, the elves are pretty strong, and the monsters, they do not have any mages. Of course, if you face the Taiyan nation, they do have red wizards, but the rebel monsters do not have the mages. Unless they were specifically led by the Red Wizard or other wizard. These do not have any mages, so that's their weakness. Otherwise they would have been pretty strong. If it weren't for the fact that they lack mages. These guys look a bit like the Urkai, they have similar swords, shields, armor. They are gnolls, dog humanoids. Have better defense than the others. Broke. You only lost 10%. You lost 45%. They do have some range units that are killing our troops down. This is the common oak archers and the black oak archers. Alright. So, but we also have archers firing back at them. This will be another castle, so we can easily defend and we'll get some money taking it too. We'll try to take rebel areas first before fighting any other faction. Dwarves are far away, but they are an ally. Made sense to ally the elves and the dwarves. Two good factions that are different from the humans. Most of the good factions are humans. Oh, they are fighting here. Fighting against the unit of Aquilan spears. They might actually win that. I'm gonna send in the lizard men. Okay, we'll send them there. And we can use the special ability now. The aid spell. The Elven leader is a mage. Only mage heroes got special abilities. There were like a few different spells. They didn't have any mage leaders, they didn't get any hero abilities. Trying to attack them from behind. Now attack, guys. Using the Lizardman Berserker mercenaries there to break the orcs. Right. One, the orcs broke. The more savage common orcs, the minor factions, and the Taiyan nation, who employs them as mercenaries. They have ogres over here. Common oak archers, black oak archers. Are we still firing at them is the question. Can send cavalry to fire at them now. I think they are still firing. If they are not, they need to do it. Ogres there. They can attack in melee. The lizardmen fight these guys. We can attack the spearmen too, but they would lose that fight. It's better if we let the lizardmen fight them. Could send in the spearmen anyway. Get rid of the unit. course the cavalry shouldn't fight them in melee. Attack the orcs. No, the ogres actually. They're fighting the Veil Guard as well. Didn't say any of the mod. There are some mistakes with recruitment that will need to be fixed, but I enjoy it. Might be too easy on easy difficulty. We'll see how aggressive the AI will be. Maybe in another campaign we'll try harder difficulty. The elves had a weak position at the start, and when I played very hard, Sembia and Cormyr were invading very soon after the start of the campaign, but there were no rebels in that play test, so chances are now that it will still take longer before they attack, because they need to take out the rebels first. The AI is more aggressive on harder difficulty, so easy helps. They're still medium in battle. If it's any harder than medium, they will get bonuses, so medium is the best difficulty in battle. On the map it's very hard, but in this mod I tried easy due to the risk for revolting cities otherwise. The Lizardmen look pretty cool. Cool neutral unit. They seem to have a numerical advantage there. Let's attack with the elves too.
From such tidings does victory emerge. The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and
They're
steadfast,
black orcs.
victory will be ours.
Broke. They also have some Lizardmen berserkers. We'll charge them with ours. Now they fled. Killed 59% and lost 14%, and they are retreating back into their keep. They do have towers. Alright. These guys could do skill transformation, which is good against cavalry. Hopefully we can take the gate before they close the gate. Now we needed to fight their ogre mercenary company, the teeth mercenary company. We managed to enter the city, perfect. Took the gatehouse, that's good. I'll just send in the troops. We have taken the gatehouse, so now I want to send in some troops. Can send in the basic melee units first. Alright. Yeah, I like the mod. A cool faction, this faction too. I prefer fighting monsters over humans, but the humans are really good too. Just thought it was more exciting to fight monsters because they are more rare. There are like very few areas with monsters. Most of the areas are humans or dwarves or such. Elves are of course even more rare than monsters as enemies. none of the rebel elves are like
The
these
enemy have the
elves.
walls. Look to our
You
defense,
fight either
or
the
we will be lost.
Lurar elves or the Aglaron elves. As rebels, there's one area on the map with the Aglaron Urwood elves. And then there is like 2 areas with the Lurar elves and no areas with our Cormanthor elves. So we are holding them at start. Of course there would be drow if you had the models. So in the future there will be drow elves as enemies. Maybe first as rebels, maybe later as a faction, we'll see. So we still have mercenaries and rebel units to add that are not drows. We'll also see if we have enough room for that then. Oh, they sent in a lot of gnolls here, including the servants of the royal egg. They seem to have the upper hand. Send in the swords of Evereska now as well. So kind of came from behind. Oh, they have the Tanarux here too. Jesus, had more alive than I thought. These guys are still firing, I think. We are still shooting over here. Okay. Let's move the other archers up here. All the elite archers up. We can help from a distance. Oh, no melee fighting for the horsemen. However, the swords of Evereska could fight the Tanarux. Could have used the mages, but it's more fun to fight them like this. Could still win. Right, they are not broken. Charge the Tanarux. How's the battle going over here? Yeah, we were surrounded. Our Elven units might break. There were too many for the berserkers too. Still have a few berserkers here. There are too many. Had more alive than I thought at first. Balance of power is in our favor now. We have lost 30% and killed 64%. They still seem to have a melee advantage in numbers. We're on abandoned castles. Get the swords of Evereska versus the Tanarux. Second largest beast in the game. Only the hill giants are bigger actually. Said it before.
Our men are
But
winning
anyway.
the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright. Swords of Evereska are few in numbers too. It's not certain they will win. What's happening over here? We'll group these guys, not the leader, because that's a mage. I will move them there. Can move all the way up there. Fast forward.
Très bien. The enemy general lies dead.
Yeah,
We
there are
will
many.
send her to hell.
Have a numerical advantage for sure. The battle. We have the quality. Might still win there. Our range units will probably be of help. And they are aiding the melee troops. These guys shouldn't run back and forth, they should just stand still. Fire the enemy. General Fallen, Captain Lulara. Rail guards are firing. And soon the protectors will fire too. That's good. I believe these elite archers will be harder to recruit in later versions of the mod. And the basic archers will be common instead. Goblins were alive too. Goblin archers. Goblins in Faerun are called gobos. They're gobos archers. Still a berserker lizardman here. Killing the retreating gobos archers. We have lost the elves, I think. Ignore archers over there. Other creatures over here. Yeah, our Aquilum spears were reduced to 1. They are retreating. The Lizardmen berserkers are still fighting. So there is a guy that said he wanted to change the stats. He had done stats for Third Age, I believe. In the past he had some good ideas. So yeah, we might get proper stats for all the factions, etc. based on their gear and stuff. Instead of a lot of clones, because when I added the new units I used existing units and didn't give them unique stats based on their gear. They are in need of custom stats to make every unit unique. Which I didn't want to do. This was more for battle, so we didn't use the mages in the late stages of the battle. Really like the models here, really cool, unique. They have numbers. Charge the orcs. They have similar. I believe these orcs and the lizardmen berserkers have the exact same stats there. In the future, the lizardmen will probably have worse defense. They have no armor, but they do have the scale of their body, so I don't know. The orcs have leather armor, I believe. Don't know which would be better, leather armor or like the Viscement skin. I'm guessing leather armor would be better. Maybe they are similar. There are no differences in stats between these two units, I believe. Currently, they are similar units. Right. Send in the Swords of Evereska too.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
They're arriving now. We have 38 in the first unit. And 40 in the second. They are really good actually. Despite a few numbers. I played for 3.5 hours at least. I think we will end the episode after this battle. Maybe we'll play one turn after this battle. Then end it. They broke. Yeah, the Viscement would also charge. Get Knolls. This is the only Elven faction in the game, but there are two others with Elven units. They have mercenaries that are elves. Many factions have mercenaries that are elves actually. Then there's one faction that has like very unique elves as regionals, mercenaries. Regionals, I believe. Very few areas, similar to the Swords of Evereska. They are routing, they die easily when we run into them. They are not really killed, they are taken prisoner. Routing enemies are not killed, they are taken prisoner. Minotaurs are also broken. Bad morale. Oh, they have the elite servants of the Royal Egg here. Settlement mercenaries. Mercenary company. There are many, 121. Seem to have not been fighting yet. Alright, we'll fight the Swords of Evereska. Where are the other troops? Another unit here. Send them to. Where are the lizard men? They're on the walls, what? Down. They move over there. Have lots of troops over here, including the halberds. Lots of troops survived the mages. Right. Bloody battle took a while to play it. Faerun, Lizardman Berserkers alive. Of course, with a VIP like this, nothing is final. We don't know, maybe these will not be mercenaries in the later version, maybe they will, depends. We want the mod to be lore accurate, but certain changes are made if it makes sense for the game. As it's medieval 2 to lore kingdoms, and with all mods you need to make the mod fit the game, so that because there are certain limitations with medieval 2, but we still wanted to follow lore. So Azurbanipal might change stuff if he feels like it needs to be changed. He's the lore expert. I don't know too much about lore except what I have read when adding stuff and such. I haven't read a lot of, I haven't read any books. I like this campaign. Thought it was more fun than playing as Tay, because Tay had constant rebelling characters. Now that with the rebelling characters deactivated, it might be more fun to play as Tay than before, and Muller and I believe was mostly fighting the same type of units in Tay's armies or Unter with similar units, so it could be more fun now. We'll see. Try them as well, but I enjoyed the elves. They're fun, even against the rebels. But it's also my first time playing the game, and it has essentially everything ready. Of course, there are some recruitment stuff that needs to be changed, but it has rebels, it has mercenaries, it has all the units, except the units that haven't been rigged yet, of course, or made yet in some cases. Those units will be added as they arrive. This lizardman unit is much better than the ordinary ones. It's an elite mercenary company called the Servants of the Royal Egg. Let's fast forward, takes forever. Kill 75% and lost 37%. Our troops. Needed to hurry up with this battle. Took a while to fight. We are winning. Swords of Evereska are really good. Seem to be better than the spearmen. Swords are usually better than spears. So elite spearmen should win against elite spearmen. Elite swordsmen should win against elite spearmen. Seem to have very few numbers now. Okay, we won. Let's send in the lizard and berserkers now. They should be first. We sent in.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Now we send in the others too.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright. And our ranged units, I think, could start firing at the enemy. Get them enter too. The archers, the elite archers. Where they are. Our ranged units. Oh, they're firing all the way from this side. They didn't even need to enter the castle. Horse archers have no arrows left, so they won't be used. Enemy had more numbers than I thought. I almost defeated all of the lizardmen, berserkers. Sent out the Gnoll warriors, war bands. They're pretty strong actually. They have bad morale. Right, We seem to be winning. We've killed 82%. We lost 41% currently. We will lose all the lizardmen, berserkers, and mercenaries.
Steadfast, victory will be ours.
We have 5 lizardmen left. Six of the Evereska swords, both units. They are really tough. Might actually need a nerf later. Right. %, 42%. Send in the Veil Guard, they're good in melee as well. Will join his melee troops. Oh, they're already here, these troops. Veil Guard. Only one lizardman berserker left, he'll die soon. Right. So another Veil Guard unit supposed to show up soon. Here I have a unit of Aquila protectors. Both of the Veil Guards have now reached this area. Good. It's a more interesting battle when we didn't use the mages in this part of the late battle. Made sense to use them in the beginning too, when they had advantage. Killed 91%, lost 3% currently. Swords of Evereska are a bit too strong. They are also very rare from one area only. Maybe it makes sense. They are strong. They might be too strong. I don't know. One of the units only have 29 left. The other one still has 36. Yeah, they are really strong. They might need a nerf. Still had some lizardmen berserkers. The enemy. Putting in the remnants of Tanaruks too, 41 of them. Right, we are winning the battle against the rebels, against the monsters that overran this place. Get another castle. Let's attack these guys now. Having all the warriors. Sent in the Tanaruks, strongest infantry unit here. We'll win due to our numbers. Alright. Here they have orc archers, they are no match, and they have orc warriors, 72. 7% enemies kill, 44% allies kill. This moment.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Right, and the final unit. Common Orc Warriors. Swords and shield and axes. Killed 98%, lost 44%. So the stats of the units are of course not final. Some of the units might be
Our men have taken control of the castle.
Alright, but these monster units are not supposed to be elite. They are very common. Makes sense they lose against the elite Elven units.
The enemy are
We won the
utterly
battle.
vanquished.
Perfect
This
heroic
is a
victory.
great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Alright, so Colonel Erlan, leader of the faction, leader of the Elves of Cormanthyr, they have 1007. He had 1077 elves, mostly, and some lizardmen. Lost 402, 675 remaining, killed 2898, really good. Took 387 prisoner. Captain Volodar, the elves, had 81 lizardmen, and elves lost 37, 44 remaining. I believe he had only a unit of mounted Aquilan horse archers, probably. Killed 73, took 12 prisoner. The enemy had 3,373 monsters. Lost all of them, no one remaining alive. Killed 402 of our troops, 27 remaining. Or prisoner, and taken prisoner. But yeah, they had a lot of troops, that's why it took a long time, but they didn't kill too many. Battle statistics, Dragonspear Castle. We lost 38% for troops, they lost 100% of theirs. We restored some, so we won the battle. Okay, and the year was 1386 DR. And one of our coronal guards, the general actually killed 535 of the enemy, very good. And protectors killed 36, lesser mages killed 32, high mages killed 126, well guard killed 485, almost as many as the coronal general. Swords of Evereska killed 123, well guard 174, coronal guards 145, 244. High mages 90. Kulan spears killed 86, that's pretty good. Swords of Evereska 202. Listman berserkers 166. Unicorn riders 98. Kulan mounted archers 73. Went pretty well. Life is an endless series of skirmishes with occasional outbreaks of war. Be ready. They have a contingency plan. Dogma of Red Knight. The data of strategy and battle tactics.
We are triumphant. Glory to France.
137 from looting if we occupy. Kill 1565 of the populace and 807,423 if we sack. We envy less if we exterminate. Kill more of their people. We prefer exterminate so they won't revolt. Faction announcements. The following events have taken place within your royal family. Crew leader, Colonel Erlen, and Great Commander +4 command. Construction complete. Recruitment report with new units. The Emperor of Kalimshan has the best financial situation still and is now the strongest military in the world. The nation has the best production. The Zhentarim, evil faction, has the largest population. And the Empire of Kalimshan, the Arabs, they have, of this world, they have the overall strongest faction. Alright. Here at place 21 overall. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with each other. The Emperor of Kalimshan and the King of Theatre. The following factions have now declared they are allies. Lords of Waterdeep and the Kingdom of Cormyr. And resistance is futile. Dragonspear Castle. We just fought a battle.
By your will,
We'll merge the army. Alright, we can get some new troops there. Can build some mines over there so we get some more better economy. And we can save the game. Okay, and we have a second army over here. I think can move over there. Now we enter the area of the Zhentarim. We'll move out of
We
the
can go no further today, mon roi.
have some troops we can recruit. Get some new elite troops. That's fine. Drill square. Knight stables. Don't really need that over there. It's better to focus on this area. Alright. Some troops over there.
Seigneur.
Over here,
At once.
we have a Velon, Kingdom of Cormyr area. We have battle clerics using a different skin from that of Sembia.
Très bien, Seigneur.
We have a fort,
Tomorrow's
Little
journey
tail.
is out, Seigneur.
presenting another town.
An honor,
The
Seigneur.
diplomat over here.
Oui, at once.
Ready and able.
Alright, we'll end the turn. We're on turn 32 soon. We've expanded a bit next to Evereska. End of turn report. The nation are the strongest military now and the overall strongest faction. Took that spot from the Empire of Calamtron. Construction report. We have a ballista maker and stables. Who declared the Kingdom of Theater on the Republic of Amn. We have some new troops as well. Assassin skill, we can get assassins if we build this. We don't really need that. 2 turns for the ballista. Could get the ballista. Would rather have something else. Town guard. Let's go for it. Some mounted units. Other troops.
Your orders,
The
mon roi.
diplomat. We have another guy in Cormyr City. Arabo. We have battle clerics. Phoenix Guard. And Tursk Dambaron. Don't know who he is. General with the Purple Dragon Knights. General's bodyguard. An army outside. With the Purple Dragon Knights. Phoenix Guard and battle clerics. The Phoenix Guard didn't have the unity. Maybe they do, but maybe it's not properly named. I will check that. It's one of the older units it should have. Unless it was one of the new
Ready
ones.
and able.
And it might not have been made yet. So, can move over here. We have the Zhentarim here. A large army including battle clerics. The different skin, they have the dark holdout riders. They're probably vampires, I don't know. They look similar to vampires anyway. Of course the horse has been replaced with a custom horse in battle. Skies of the Paraghost. Darkhold marksman. Scent watchman. Right. Forgot you are in their land. Should have left. Their land. They have a rebel army.
Come face me. Ready and able.
We're almost out of money.
Ready and able. Mon roi.
Can move out
Ready and able.
the majority of the army.
Ready and able.
Move over there. Take the fort during the next turn. Ah, fuck
Ready and
the
able. Mon roi. Seigneur.
bad,
Ready and able.
public order. We need to move back.
Seigneur. Oui.
Speak to the Emperor Shadovar. Trade rights.
This is a most
Accepted.
honorable, so
Good.
much understanding. This is
Mon roi. Très bien, Seigneur. Tomorrow's journey planned out, Seigneur. Oui, mon roi.
What is it you would discuss?
Already having trade rights with
Please
the Kingdom of
conclude,
Cormyr.
yes?
Okay.
Alas, I cannot do that, Seigneur. Oui, at once.
Right. Another diplomat maybe. And a turn. Writing. We need to move back. I don't like writing. Report. End of turn report. Writing. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, settlements. Let's recruit some new troops. Okay, we're done. This armor needs to be moved.
ready and able.
They are neutral. Move into this place.
Setting camp here, Seigneur.
You have a Kalimshan diplomat. Kalishite diplomat.
Ready and able.
A rebel area
Army to
town.
mon roi. We attack.
More monsters. Same as the other monsters. Another monster area. We'll take it.
Ready and able. For the honor of France, we will attack.
Let's end the turn.
Splitting forces, mon roi.
I was gonna end, but we will pay a little bit more. Their offers trade rights will accept.
Agreed then. Until next
Republic of
time.
Ammon. Wanted trade rights. On turn 34. Right now. End of turn report. Kalimshan has the best financial situation and the best production now. Okay. Trade increase. Releveto. Here. Promising manager. Plus one management. Recruitment report for new troops, including a new company of Hunar Ballista, which is a placeholder ballista unit. They are mercenaries for all the factions in the correct areas, but they are also placeholder siege for the factions that didn't have their own siege. So the Amnian diplomat is just a vanilla English diplomat. It still needs to be replaced.
Ready and able. Orders. Ready and able. Oui,
We'll
Seigneur.
attack over here.
Engage. Oui, Seigneur. Besieging
Here they
forces
have
enemy. Give
the
the
same
order,
monsters
we will
as the
strike.
other place. Here they have red orc warriors and destroyers too. Units we haven't seen before. There are some other monsters here. They have orc archers, orc warriors, orc berserkers, black orc archers, black orc Naphaton, red orc destroyers, that's a new one. And red orc warriors, another new one. They have Gobus archers, augurs, the Teeth Mercenary Company. Hilgains, another new one. Tenarugs, they had 3 new units we haven't seen before. Here we have a Cormyr army, including the battle clerics. We have a
Oui, Seigneur.
diplomat over here.
Très bien, Seigneur.
There.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, Seigneur. Your orders, mon roi.
Zhentarim
At once.
area. A large town with a huge army. Sent watchmen. Sent shooters. Ballista unit. Watch spearmen. Watch crossbowmen. The militia units here, they are tried by most human factions, including the Saints. We have a Galdar Itim General here, bodyguard of Castellan champions. Alright. The Dwarven Delson diplomat outside.
Mon roi. Orders.
Can delete the one single discipline unit we had here
Orders.
with the cavalry.
Leaving the army, Seigneur. Mon roi.
We have another depleted unit that isn't a mage. And 4 of these players seem pretty good. So I don't think we'll delete those.
Mon roi.
Move out these troops.
Orders. Mon roi. Ready and able. Ready and able. Orders. Splitting forces, mon
Need
roi.
to stay there due to the bad population order at the moment. Mounted archers over there. Alright. Play one turn. They seem to be selling out. Here's where we'll end this time. So Heir of Cormanthyr, Lord Raylan is leading the army. We have quite a few mercenary lizardmen units in the army. Some of them were in the first battle that we fought. We have some dismounted moon cavalry and unicorn riders, extra units too. Alright, so we have lots of lizardmen, archers, mounted archers, and some infantry, but we had hardly any mages, which is bad. I believe the bodyguard is a mage, and we have the lesser mages. We have 2 mage units. That's fewer than the other army had. The enemy is just as good. Alright, might be even stronger. Thanks to the giants and the red oaks. Yeah, we will end here. Thank you for watching and see ya in the next battle. The captain here of the enemy seems to be an orc captain. It's a monster area. Alright, thank you for watching. We are at the year 1388. The balance of power is slightly in their favor. Army strength ratio 910 to their advantage. Elves of Cormanthyr versus the minor factions. They have monsters. Lord Raylan is leading the army, 1881 men against 3058 monsters. Right, thank you for watching. I will save 2 times just in case one of the saves is correct. Okay, thanks for watching, and yeah, bye.